Wi-Fi section as well. That's it, though.
All right, morning.
Morning.
Since we are here quite early, we're gonna go ahead and start early because I want to go downstairs. A few announcements. One, when we go downstairs, I want to make sure you three, because Ebony has actually come to see me on a day and we end up doing it, that you three have your emails forwarded to your cell phone so that you can make sure you're receiving all of the announcements. I want, Heather, since you were here first today, read this first announcement for me.
Narrative essays, rough drafts, as they can send via email to us, sign and send me by 8:50 a.m. We will show you how to submit your work via Google Documents next class. If it is not clear today, today's current events will be presented on Monday, which means you can focus on writing your narrative essays. Virginia legends have 5 facts, 2% per legend. Similar and missing.
Go ahead.
Dalvin and
Devontae.
Devontae of
Josie.
Josie.
You're fine.
And Clifton and James for descriptive essays. Photos have been presented in email to those who attended class today.
All right, so Heather, I make sure I'll do that downstairs.
Did you get my email?
You're fine.
Okay.
You're quite fine.
I was like,
We're going to next, current events. From now on, if they are not printed, you will not get credit for them. It's the reason. I want to make sure you're not making up stories and you have valid sources. For me then, James, read current events, read this.
From now on, you must have your current event news sources printed, and they are to be handed in for my review. Yes, you are still responsible for finding a valid source and drafting a summary and to present it in class on its due date.
It's present, but you're fine.
Oh, present on its
Okay.
due date. And if you have any questions, please ask me and come see me at the LAC. Note, if you do not have this assignment, you cannot present
You're okay.
the content on your VA Legends. Please know that VA Legends is an assignment that allows you to be VA proud, to learn about the legends, and to find valid content about them which incorporates your reading and writing skills.
Awesome job. Thank you. Last one that I printed this morning. Read this for me. Shanita.
At 7:27 a.m., I only have one student who has submitted their essay via Google Docs, and an email was sent to notify me and Sydney. It is due today in Google Docs by 8:50 a.m., and no excuses are acceptable, as you have had plenty of time to complete the assignment. If you had trouble uploading it to Google Docs, you had plenty of time to reach me to inform me of the matter, in which you still could have emailed the essay. If your essay is not received by the due time, you receive a 0. Recall, you started the class with an A, but it is up to you to keep it. Also, you must pass the class to move forward. See you all shortly.
Okay. I'm going down. I think you all had asked me when I came up with something for you. Other instructors will not do this. Again, I'm being mindful because I've been a student myself. I'm trying to remember. You all had asked me to post this. I didn't have to do this for you all, so you've had ample enough time to do your essays. I gave you a suggested schedule on how to do them, meaning they could have been finished by the 20th or finished by the 25th. So with you texting me, Shanita and James, in regards to the content that you did, I didn't reply. 1, because I'm like, read the syllabus. 2, I've given you all ample time to do so. 3, if you have trouble, you have my cell phone to tell me you didn't have email over the weekend. If that was the situation, you have other libraries if you couldn't get to, but by Friday, or as soon as you knew you had a problem, you should have reached out to me and said, Cy, or Miss Cy, I'm unable to use the internet this weekend. what can I do in regards to that? That means I know you would have attempted or at least tried. As far as contacting me at 10:27 at night, letting me know that you handwritten it, that's not acceptable because it has to be typed. Now, with 3 of you, in regards to that situation, you still have to do them because you need it for your portfolio. Your portfolio is 50% of your grade, and during your interview, I need to ask you about that. Okay? So that is your answer to that. And I need to make you a Google Docs folder. So, current event. After today, they need to be printed, and I need to see them. Okay? We will start then with, I'll minimize all of this. We'll start with Heather on your current event. And actually, everybody be ready. Have your current events ready. Have your VA Legends information ready. Be ready. This is the same thing when the debate comes. Be ready. Who is ready then? Whoever's ready can go first.
I'm ready.
Please do.
So my current event. So my current event is about the Los Angeles teachers strike.
Thank you, ma'am. Can I have it?
Yep.
And I'll give it back to you if not by next class. Thank you.
And I got my source from the New York Times, and I wrote about it because one, new to returning to school, and I have children that go to school, and I was concerned about what if that happened here with my children.
Mm-hmm.
So the Los Angeles teachers strike, it started on Monday, January 14th, 2019. The strike started because teachers wanted higher pay, smaller classes, and more supporting staff.
Thank you, Sydney.
Yes, thank you, I really appreciate you. So, the strike has affected 500,000 students. I mean, I can't even imagine 500 students being affected, let alone 500,000 students in 900 school districts. So that means 500,000 teachers are striking in 900 out of 900 school districts. The school officials have brought in substitutes to go to the school, and they're not, the parents are not sending the kids to school because they want the teachers to receive what they're striking for. So the union and the school district believe they should use the funds they already get because the school district is already in debt and their budget is tight and they're in fear of the system going bankrupt because of the rising cost of healthcare and pensions for the retiring teachers. So the teachers decided to strike after they couldn't come up with an agreement with the school officials and state officials to, you know, for their pay scale and them getting extra help. Some of them they can't get the extra help because the help that they need, there's not enough qualified individuals or teachers or substitutes to help them out. So it's kind of like the school doesn't have the money and the teachers don't have the sources because there's not enough educated sources for them. So that's what I did my current event on, and the strike is still going on.
Thank you.
And, you know, it's just the state of our country, you know, teachers striking, government's open. And, am I doing my Virginia Legend too, or just the current event?
1 second, we'll wait till your peers have theirs. Heather, please go.
Okay.
And please then cite your source for me verbally, and then, like I said, from now on, make sure it's printed or you all will not get credit. That's part of your in-class
Okay.
participation.
Alright, it's from the New York Times. It's about an attack that happened in Kenya on January 15th of this year. It started because President Trump, of course, decided to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. So in Kenya, people were having lunch, living life, hanging out, and then all of a sudden, 6 militants went into this luxury hotel and started doing a shooting spree that lasted 6 hours. And as of on the 15th, the death toll was 12, and then as of last week, they had found 50 more dead people from the militant attack that happened.
15 or 50?
50. It started with 15, and then they ended up finding more bodies because the shooting spree lasted, they said, anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. And the additional bodies were retrieved from the attack site, and a couple of police officers in Kenya had also got killed. But they were trying to,
You're okay.
I've never done this before.
And that's why I want you all to do that as well, because I want you to present yourself, and that's preparing you for the debate and for anything else that you have that you need to stand and speak for.
Okay, and they were also saying they went on the militant attack because they had spent millions of dollars bankrolling operation for years. And he made it clear, Mr. Kenyatta in Kenya made it clear in his speech that the fight against the Shabab and the other militant groups would be a long one, while trying to strike an optimistic note. We are also a nation that never forgets those who hurt her children. We have prevailed against evil and shall continue to prevail.
All right, thank you. Who's next, James or Shanita? Which one? See, she got her hair up. Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, mine was about a man,
Oh, cite your source for me.
Virginia Pilot, sorry. Okay, mine was about a man who was arrested for child pornography.
Pornography.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he was a 56-year-old man. He reached out to children who was a minor and even reached out to adults who has interest in sexually abusing children. He was charged in the 1990s for molesting a child, but the charges was dropped. And he was born in Norfolk, Virginia.
Look at you, still keeping it local. Good
Yeah.
job. Thank you, ma'am. Don't forget next time, print your source for me. Go ahead, James.
Don't have mine.
You don't? Okay. Moving on then to VA Legends. Go ahead, please, Ebony.
So I have 2 VA legends. Dalvin and Devontae of Jodeci. So Dalvin DeGreat, born in Hampton, Virginia. He was born on July 23rd, 1971. He was raised in North Carolina, and he is known as Mr. Dalvin in the group Jodeci. He is known to be the rapper of the group, and before joining the group in the early 90s, he, at the age of 9 years old, he was a drummer in his father's gospel group, the Great Delegation.
Mm.
And Devontae DeGreat, which is Mr. Dalvin's brother, was born in Hampton, Virginia as well. He was born on September 29th, 1969. His birth name is Donald Earl DeGreat. He is the brother of Dalvin from Jodeci. He produced songs for Tupac Shakur, and he was also raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I was in love with him.
Or I will give you all an option after we do VA Legends. Before we go downstairs, I have pulled up a video. If you all would like to see, I pulled Forever My Lady.
Oh.
So as a class, if you all would like to see it, to know about it, Sydney's smiling. That means she probably wants to know. Then I will play it for you all. Again, that will go in your arts notebook. And again, it's just for you to be aware of what has come from VA.
I'm laughing because Ebony's over here like, yeah.
We have then Shanita. Oh, wait, let's back up 1 second because Heather's here. You do have information about Shay Haley, correct? Please do.
Alright. So, of the 5 facts about Shane Haley is one, which I didn't even know this till I Googled him. He wrote several songs for the 2015 SpongeBob movie.
Oh.
He's been bandmates with Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo and Nerds, the band Nerds.
NERD? Mm-hmm.
Yes. He likes to stay away from the spotlight and has a private life as much as possible.
True.
He's married to the niece of the actor Andy Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also known for his collaborations with artists like Christian Rich and Mansions for the album On the Moon.
Awesome job.
So I
The
didn't know
very
that.
first fact you dropped, I definitely did not know.
I didn't know that either.
Do you like doing that?
Yeah, I do, because it's interesting learning about, their lives and facts that you didn't know. But SpongeBob, I was like, he wrote what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, ma'am. Awesome job.
Huh?
That leaves Shanita. So I hope I did not wear this shirt today in vain.
Alright, I got Missy Elliott and Timberland. I'm gonna do Timberland first. He was born in Norfolk, Virginia. He was born in the early 1970s. He was born March 10th. His actual name is Timothy Z. Mosley, and he played in a band with Pharrell Williams.
And I believe he went to Salem High School. He was a Sun Devil, I think, if I recall correctly.
And then Missy Elliott. She was born in Portsmouth, Virginia. She was raped by her older cousin. She was a 5-time Grammy Award winner. She was diagnosed with grave disease, and she was born July 1st.
Good job. Now, do you want to see? Oh, James had clips last time we explored the video. He got real psyched about that. This time I assigned you clips, but you didn't have your
I did.
current event though. So that means you will not be able to present on VA Legends.
Okay.
It might come in handy later, but you all got to see the video last time. Do you want to see then Missy and Timberland, by the way? I remember going to vote, which was a fiasco. A lady said, Missy is selfish. She hasn't done anything for this area. And then I looked at her and said, what have you done for her? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, she was like, I went to high school with her.
Okay.
Okay. And I said it that way to make her realize just because she's a star, she's in the spotlight, whatever the case is, remind you where she came from. You went to high school with her. How did you treat her in high school? I'm going to leave it at that. Because of Aaliyah, Timberland and Missy got their start. And all of us all need one person to believe in us or a few and open the door or the window for us to continue. Because of Aaliyah, and I'm trying not to tear up, she reached out because she was looking for new producers because of the situation that happened with R. Kelly. She ran past their track. She heard it, and I think her label people were like, you really want them? And they're new, whatever. She was, yeah, I want them. So, because she believed in them, I want to play that first, and then we'll go back to Jody. See, is everyone okay with that?
Mhm.
Are you okay with that, everyone? All right. I want to make sure we're all good before I continue, because we're also, like I said, this is VA culture. And I want to make sure. Aaliyah was so dope, by the way. I was living in Miami when her plane crashed.
Oh.
Her spirit was lovely. I didn't know her, but she seemed real dope. This would go in your arts if you would like to. And it ties to Timberland and Missy. Is it loud enough for her? That's Timberland and Missy sitting in the car.
Yeah, I never noticed that. And I watched the video a lot too.
Genuine. That young man driving the motorcycle is from Virginia, and I can't recall his name. Want to say, I'm not sure. And for $1 in a Million, that project, I believe they produced most of that project. All right, we'll go to Jodeci. I was in junior high. This is 1992. I was in junior high when they dropped this. Was I dating anyone? I don't know, but we love this song. Y'all wouldn't have thought of then. Cindy, you weren't even born yet either, were you? This old school R&B kid. My older brother was 2. And listen to the lyrics, they're actually meaningful, not like pop, drop, and lock it. Let me just see you for today, not tomorrow. Dalvin. Way in the back is Devontae. There they both go. That's why I picked this video. How simple videos were too, before all the extra, even though the extras are cute. So a little bit more VA history for you. I would like to assign your next legends. Again, for you to, in order for you to do that, make sure you have your current event. Remember, I need it printed. If you have any trouble with printing, email us the link. That means I know your source. I'm giving you options here. Other teachers will not do that. The next legends, have it on hold. James, because last class you were still excited about these two. Let's see how you do on this. I gave you Teddy Riley and Lee Harvey. And Teddy Riley is not from Virginia, but because he made such a great contribution to Virginia. Without, I would say, him and his leadership when it came down to Future Records, we actually used to spend time at Future. Future was by PA High School, which is how Pharrell, Chad, and Shay got put on. And they used to, Pharrell, Chad, and Shay, to do the talent shows at PA. And I remember messing with Shay because I also did a radio interview. I said, remember your song? You had something like People on the Earth Wear Shoes. He was like, I know. So they were always spacey and out there. But yes, we had great times at Future Records. Future Records was very dope, by the way. So yes, you get Teddy. Shanita, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Because you get Deja Riley, which is his daughter. And I had someone else for you. I will give you Magoo. show you Deja. And a fun fact with her, I met her because she's one of Trey Songz, or she was one of his dancers. So when they came not so long ago to Hampton, when him and Chris Brown were supposed to have a show, that didn't happen. But I met her. She's really sweet. She's a dope young lady. If I recall correctly, she went to Cox High School. And these are her pictures, her photos, and yes, she is a dancer. So see what else you can find out in regards to Deja Riley. And then I gave you Magoo. Do you need to see Magoo?
How you just spell it?
Mhm. Not that one. Hold on. Hold on. We don't want that to move. No, but I believe he spells it that way. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. Hold on. Let me do this. There we go. See? He spells it that way. But the photo,
I
and
think
this is one of the songs.
Magoo's a rapper.
The rapper. This is why I pulled this up. So you're gonna find him with Timbaland.
Okay.
Do you need me to pull up anything for you, James? You're good on Lee Harvey, not Harvey Lee,
Yeah.
and Teddy Riley. All right, Ebony, you get math skills. That's Richmond. I'm taking you to Richmond. And D'Angelo.
Why you give me all these sexy men?
I'm gonna make sure you spell it right. Make sure I spell it right.
I got it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna bring you back to our area, Heather. Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't have you down here, but I'm gonna put you, and it won't take me long. We got a whole racketeer of them. I have some more for you already. We're gonna take it to sports next time. Heather, I give you DJ Fonts. You know who that is?
No, but I'll.
I'll show you, and I'm gonna give you DJ B. DJ B is not from here, but him and his wife, they have, maybe I can see if I can get them to come in, we'll see. They have Fresh Radio they've started. Every Friday they do something at FM, and they always do tributes, like coming up February 8th, they got a Dilla tribute. But I'll give you DJ Fonts. Let's see if I can, oh, did I spell it right myself? I don't think that's the one. Hold on. I don't think that's it. He spells it with a Z. I know he does. Yes, with a Z. Hold on. What's the, oh. There we go. And I spelled it wrong too. So there we go. You'll find his information probably at 103 Jams. I believe he might be programming director. I actually worked with him when I did work for Clear Channel Radio. So you have DJ Fonts. If you cannot find anything, I recommend you make an appointment really quick and go over to Clear Channel. Well, what's Clear Channel? I think they're under iHeart now. Go over to the radio station in Norfolk and see if you can ask him. Ask, say, Lady Psy, because that was my radio name, sent me to gather information about you.
Okay.
DJ B, same thing. If you could not, which you should be able to, you can go to the radio station and find information on him. Should be able to find plenty of information. And he's all about his Fresh Radio, which is a dope thing. Next time I might be able to one of the shirts they have, but that's DJ B.
Okay.
All right, everybody okay with that? We're gonna go downstairs now. Oh, before we do, while we're downstairs, I wanted to show you that Mark Pearson sent me some mail. Remember I told you about the church?
Can you just step away?
Of course, and that's if that works. I don't think it works. Probably one downstairs works. I'll show you this downstairs. Other than that, any questions?
Did you wanna check off on the other ones, like the current events that I just gave you as resources?
You're fine on that. That's what we're gonna resume now doing now. So we are ready to go downstairs. If you need to go to the restroom on the way, please. Ooh, please do.
Miss you.
We're gonna have a working and lab day.